We are going to learn about simple and compound sentences. This is our first video in a two-part series. There are only three types of sentences in English: simple, compound, and complex sentences. When you know these three sentence types in English, you can do two things better. You can write better sentences in English, and you can know where to put the commas and where to put the periods in your sentences. So, this video will cover the first two types of sentences, which are compound and simple. So let's start with the simple sentence. There's some important vocabulary that you need to know. First, clause. Like Santa Claus, but in this case, it's about grammar. A group of words with a subject and a verb. To be a clause, you need a subject and a verb. These are all clauses. She likes, subject verb. The camera broke, subject verb. If you don't come, I slept. So all of these are clauses, but there's different types of clauses. So we're going to talk about independent clause. So that word independent, if you think about an independent person, that means a person who doesn't need anybody else, right? A person who doesn't need their parents, doesn't need a husband or wife. They can be alone. So same thing with a clause. An independent clause is a clause that can be a sentence alone. So a subject and a verb that can be a sentence alone. You don't need any more words to make it complete. She likes. Is that independent? No, because you can't make a sentence, a complete sentence, she likes. The meaning's not finished, right? You have to say she likes cookies or something. The camera broke. Is that independent? Yes. That can be a complete sentence by itself. If you don't come. That is not independent because you need something else, right? If you don't come, what? If you don't come, I will be mad. Or if you don't come, please call. You need another piece for the meaning to make sense. And then finally, I slept. This is complete. Now maybe you want to give more information, like I slept for 3 hours or something like that, but you don't need to have it. You can say, I slept, and that could be a complete sentence. So it is independent. Independent clauses are complete sentences alone, like I said. So I could add a capital letter and a period to an independent clause, and boom, we have a sentence. So the two I said were independent are these two, the camera broke and I slept. I can put a capital letter and a period, and I have a sentence. So back to the sentence types. A simple sentence has one independent clause. A compound sentence has two independent clauses. It sounds simple enough, right? So let's look more at simple sentences. A simple sentence has one independent clause. These are all independent clauses. Grammar rocks. So my subject is grammar, my verb is rocks. The meaning is kind of like grammar is awesome or grammar is cool. When you say something rocks, it means it's cool. Okay, so grammar rocks. In this sentence, I have a subject and a verb, and it is complete. That is a simple sentence. We need rice. So this sentence has a subject, a verb, and an object. That is also a simple sentence. Jim is my younger brother. This has a similar structure, but the difference here is LV. That means linking verb, right? So in my subject, I have a linking verb, and then I have like an object, but we call that a complement, okay? So that is also a simple sentence. They took a grammar test, a math test, and a biology test. So this is still a subject, a verb, and an object. My subject is they, and took is my verb. And this is my long object, a grammar test, a math test, and a biology test. So I can have a list of 3 things, and that is my object, but it's still a simple subject. We went to the electronics store with our grandmother. So here I have my subject and my verb. What's to the electronics store? Prepositional phrase. With our grandmother. Prepositional phrase. So here the sentence might not look simple because it's long, but it is simple because it's only one independent clause. I can put as many prepositional phrases as I want to. It doesn't change anything. There is no way to cut a simple sentence in half and have 2 complete sentences. So that can be an important way to remember what a simple sentence looks like. So Jim is my brother. I have 1 subject, I have 1 verb. That's easy. No one gets confused. But here I have 2 subjects. Jim and Mark are my brothers. Still, what if I want to cut right here on the and? I have a complete sentence on one side, but I don't have a complete sentence on the other. So this is still a simple sentence. Susan reads books and watches TV. Here I have 1 subject and 2 verbs. Still, I can't cut it and make 2 sentences. Susan reads books, I could cut right here and have a complete sentence on my left. But watches TV is not complete. So this is still a simple sentence. Susan and Mark read books and watch TV. Here I have 2 subjects and 2 verbs. Doesn't that mean I have a compound sentence? No, because I can't cut it in half. If I cut right here in the middle, Susan and Mark read books. Is that a complete sentence? Yes. Watch TV. Uh-oh, that is not. So all of these are still just simple sentences. Remember, simple doesn't mean easy or short. Now let's look at compound sentences. Compound sentences have 2 independent clauses. Jim is my brother and Kathy is my sister. So 2 independent clauses. Susan reads books, but Mark watches TV in bed. He left early, so he didn't get the homework. All of these are compound sentences. With compound sentences, if you cut them in half, you do have 2 complete sentences. So if you cut here at the and, I have a complete sentence on both sides. Same thing here and here. In a compound sentence, the 2 independent clauses always connect with a comma, not a period, a comma, and what's called a coordinating conjunction. Some teachers will call this fanboys. So maybe you've heard fanboys, but the real name is a coordinating conjunction. There are A-N-B-O-Y-S. There are 7 coordinating conjunctions, but some of them are really old-fashioned. So the only ones we really use in English now are and, but, yet, so, and or. Jim is my brother and Kathy is my sister. So you see the independent clause, comma, coordinating conjunction, and then my independent clause. Susan reads books, comma, but Mark watches TV in bed. And he left early, comma, so. he didn't get the homework. And, but, or, so, and yet are common connector words. So sometimes they connect two independent clauses, but sometimes they just connect other things. So you can't just look for one of these words. You have to think, what are they joining together? The word and is when you want to add something, right? So there are many simple sentences with and. She wants a turkey sandwich and a Coke. So and is joining two nouns, sandwich and Coke. It's a simple sentence. Okay. Turkey sandwiches are fast and healthy. What is the and joining here? Two adjectives. And she prepared and ate her sandwich. Here, and is joining two verbs. But it's not joining two independent clauses. So they're all simple sentences. If you want to make a compound sentence with and, you have to have two independent clauses. She prepared a sandwich and I ate it. You can see the difference, right? Now let's look at but and yet. But and yet have the same meaning. It's not the meaning of yet like, did you eat yet? Have you left yet? It's a different meaning. In this case, but and yet both mean something different or something surprising. So you could say he is smart but unprepared. So those two things are a little bit different or opposite, right? These are two adjectives. She's intelligent yet shy. Again, two adjectives. Maybe the second one is a little bit surprising or different. If you want to connect two independent clauses to make a compound sentence, it will look more like this. They are busy, yet they will make time for you. They are busy, so you think they don't have time. So the second part of the sentence is a little bit surprising. Or is when you have a choice. So simple sentences with or include, you can have chicken or roast beef. So I'm connecting two nouns, chicken and roast beef. Are you excited or nervous? I'm connecting two adjectives. We can study now or later. In this case, we're connecting two adverbs. Compound sentences with or will look more like this. My family can come here for Christmas, or we can go there. The or is connecting two independent clauses. So is for a result. The cause comes first and the result comes second. So, over here we have our cause, and over here we have our result. She was sick, so she left early. We need help, so we went to the tutor. Notice that so is the opposite of because. So she left early because she was sick. You change the order with so. She was sick, so she left early. So tell me, simple or compound sentence? We need a mop in the kitchen. Simple. We need a mop and a broom in the kitchen. Simple. Two nouns, only one independent clause. We need a mop and Lee needs a broom. Compound. We have two independent clauses. Mary didn't study, but she got a good score. Compound. Mary didn't study, but got a good score. Simple. Two verbs, but only one independent clause. Mary always gets good scores in English. Simple. How did it go? If you need to watch it again, you should. A good language learner always knows they need to repeat many times. Good luck.